eyes close and dreams go free. Got an angel next to me. Hold me close so I can breathe. Let me go so I can live. Where do we go from here? Take me far away.
Yo, yo, yo! What's up, ladies and gentlemen across planet Earth? How are we doing today? Namaste in La Catch, and welcome to Morning Coffee and your Galactic messages and weekly reading. I am Rion, your host here, hostess with the mostest. We got a lot of things to share. How was that solar eclipse, eh? That was fun about 3-4 days ago. That was fantastic. As we've started this last sequence of solar events, starting in 2021, we went through a solar and a lunar. Now we just had our solar 3 days ago, and the next one coming up here, another lunar eclipse. I believe it's on the 8th. I can't remember. But the important thing is that, especially through this Lionsgate, we are all transitioning out of fear. And if you guys are stagnant in your life, these doors are showing you what you need to focus on. So, false evidence appearing real or false energy appearing real, fear. To remember that fear is not tolerated or not allowed upstairs. Fear is something that pulls people down. Fear is something that no one should have on this planet. Okay? Fear was installed or instilled into this planet with basic programming, genetic modifications, and different hierarchies that are too lazy to do anything for themselves, but rather, create things to do things for them. Hashtag shitty parents. But moving on from that, how do you really feel about the Anunnaki? They're the worst babysitters ever. How do you really feel about the Zeta Reticuli? Why are they here? How do you really feel about the reptilians in the Sakaar? Hashtag why? There's a lot of whys out there. For all the whys, me and you out there, this is what I can share. Big shout out to Gigi. Hey, let's do a Marvel team up, dude. That should be fun. You have a lot of scholarly things to share. I have a lot of personal interaction with different dimensional beings when I'm working on the grid. So I think that'd be a cool Marvel team up. But yeah, big shout out to Jesse. Big shout out to my brother Andy Andreas. Tales from the ship. I changed that P to a T the other day. He's like, how you feeling? I'm like, Tales from the shot. It was pretty funny. Feeling a lot better after processing and relaxing into, Wolverine, has retracted his claws and is now making cupcakes again. So I feel good about that. When my ancient version wakes up in the suit, it's a different modality, let's just say, to say the least. Many of you guys have higher selves when they drop down in the suit when you guys are doing certain things or having certain activations or your Kundalini's awakening. Goodness gracious, some Kundalini pasta. Different versions of your higher selves, or for, whatever vernacular term you want, your oversoul, right, has access to the 3D vessel. Your brain wave will change, from a beta or a delta to I prefer gamma all day. I'm like Hulk. I love them gamma rays, you know what I mean? So there's different things to understand about your DNA and how your body is activated. Remember, all your chi runs through your bone marrow. Remember that your heart is your fusion engine inside your chest. It's not a Care Bear stare. Remember, all your chakras are just like pistons in an engine. The more in sync and in timing those things are firing, the better off your energy flow is. For you guys that are reverse waterfalls out there, or pillars of light, to remember that each of your chakras are very important. And I know that right now, going through these the Lionsgate, and then obviously these solar events, you might have a tendency to shut off, let's say, your root or your sacral, especially when the energy is really crazy, or your heart. Don't shut your chakras off. I've been battling this at night. I go angelic mode. I feel like I'm numb from the waist down. Don't do that, because you're basically unplugging from another power source or energy source. Like you're taking 2 crayons out of your box. You're taking the red and orange crayons, and you're like, I don't need these anymore. here's the thing. We're rainbows, baby. You can't take the red and orange out of that rainbow box. So you have to stay in your flow. A lot of the stuff people are processing has a direct reflection of the programming that they've gone through and how they've been programmed. And as you deprogram or defrag that hard drive, to remember that in defragging that hard drive, you will be, especially when these energies keep kicking up, your past, let's call it these fears, let's call it these stagnants, let's call it whatever this is for you, these blockages, they're going to keep showing up in your face. Like, hey, remember me? Are you going to help me, deal with this or you're not? So remember that the universe is not punishing you. The universe is showing you things that it could be from your bloodline. It could be programming from your parents or your grandparents. It could be programming or things you picked up from ex-partners. It could be experiences from school, college, whatever this may be. But to understand that you are a processing, biological, supernatural being pretending every day in the physical, and this whole hologram is collapsing around us. So don't join the collapse. Understand that this is our birthright. This planet was our birthright. And, once we go ahead and reclaim our birthright, like I said, these last 200 years will feel like, or since Tartaria, before that whole mud flood and all that jazz, we're going to reclaim our sovereignty and kind of erase this weirdness from history. Everything that's happened the past, 100 years, ever since the Majestic 12 got a leg up, with the Mars Germans and whatnot on the technology and how they went into the, military industrial complex and got a head start on humanity and didn't share it with anything. And now, there's, a show on Gaia. I think it's called E.T. Hunters or UFO Hunters or something like that. And Howe, I think is her last name. But she said that the Secret Space Force is, the public version of what this disclosure is, and then that we've already inhabited 24 different solar systems in the past 80 years. So put that in your head, put that in your pipe and smoke it. We got humans with our DNA on other planets right now that have no reflection of what all in our consciousness. I don't like being in a cage with you guys, but I am here to say that we are here to break this cage into pieces and particleize it, and anything else that is holding onto those jail keys, you will be particleized as well. Moving on. There's different speeds of consciousness. See what happens when I wake up in the morning. Hi, who's next? Fantastic. Let's talk about the RV and some good news. Yes, there's a lot of positive news, and I think Iraq has seated their parliament. So for you guys into that RV news, fantastic. There's other currencies that are in that basket as well. This is not one of those channels, but I can say get ready. Also with your projects and whatnot, make sure you always, there's 3 big topics in the bulletin points when you guys are submitting your projects. When this humanitarian thing pops off, the one is being multi-generational. Another thing is what does this do for humanity? Does it create jobs? Does it feed people? As long as we understand that our true nature is to help one another, I believe anyone's humanitarian project shall be very straightforward. I'm here to help this planet. Nice to meet you. So pay attention to that. All right. And we're close. November 8th, a week away? Let's go. I mean, want. Herschel Walker's crushing in Georgia. I love that dude. I watched his speech, and I was like, he literally said, yo, and I'm a country boy, and I'm a bad man. And I was like, I love you, bro. Like, I don't know. Herschel Walker is so simple. Like, he can sniff out these weirdos just like I can. Their integrity and their soul spark is so small, they have to follow something else greater than them on the night side because they are so shitty. These people that we are exposing. Their soul spark is so small, they're the ones that cower in the shadows like cockroaches when we enter a space. They're the ones that run from the light. Okay? It's because they can't produce their own soul spark because our creator, our God, whatever you want to believe in, doesn't give power to those that do that stuff. Rather, on the night side, they serve something and feed it power. So remember the difference in that. We are the embodiment of light on this planet. Okay. There's a lot of copyists out there. You gotta come original. You gotta come original. I'm like a 411 song. You know what I mean? I'm like, you gotta come original. Oh, wow. You're still running that program, huh? Oh, the Romans taught you when you took over that village? That's weird. You know, that was like a weird thing that was left over from like 1,000 years ago, right? All right. Oh, that's your religion. You believe that. So awkward. Hey, Canaanites, you know? Well, you and Bush Senior are gonna be sharing a cell pretty soon, huh? Moving on. But back to the fun stuff. I want to hang out with you. See, I dropped in frequency. Now I'm like, what's going on in this dimension? What's going on around the planet? Australia, love you. New Zealand, love you. God, I love you guys. UK, love you. Hold tight. Germany, all you guys hold tight. Never forget that you guys can't, if you are in a situation in a village in Germany, do not think for 1 second you cannot import a Toyota from Japan with a hydrogen fuel cell engine in it and run that thing 24 hours a day and power 6 houses. Think. Yeah, you can. So I'm just trying to say, you guys are, there's a lot of situations out there. You don't think you can pull an engine block out of a Toyota and hook it up inside the back of your house? Yeah, you can. Costs about $25,000. I want the engine block and the hydrogen fuel cell. Thank you. No, I got my own water filtration system. I got plenty of water on tap. Now I'll power the whole neighborhood. Thank you. Now, bye-bye. Same thing why they wouldn't let Volvo bring in their hydrogen-powered car 3 years ago. Okay? This is a play for power. This is a play for your emotions. This is a play for, scarcity when this planet is so abundant. It's ridiculous. So I just want to be absolutely clear with that. Again, big shout out to Exopolitics. I love that guy. Dr. Sala. I like his programming. He has a lot of good stuff. And the whole fam. There's a lot of new up-and-comers too. I love you guys. I just want to be clear with everyone when they're waking up. Pay attention to what side the information is coming through your channel. I'm not going to name drop here, but I am going to say when you're getting downloads, if you keep getting tilted to the right and you keep looking up and to the right, or it keeps coming down your right side, I'm not saying the night side doesn't have great intel, but I need people to understand that you need to understand what polarity that's coming from. It's coming from your left. It's coming from your light side, your heart side. If it's coming from that right side, okay. I went through this when I woke up in 09 to 2015. I was pulling from my right side. Yeah, the night side gives you good intel, but it has a biasness in what it will share and when. Your light side is going to come from your heart and share a different understanding of your emotional stability and really a gradient to your true soul age. Because you can't feel more than you can process. If you feel more than you process, you'll shut the suit down because it's overwhelming. So they'll give you the data, but you won't be able to feel it. It's too much for your little suit. So it takes a while for your heart to open enough where you can actually feel the content. So imagine watching a movie. Say you get downloaded a Blu-ray movie. Okay, fantastic. Here's the information. It's different actually going through every emotion of that movie rather than just sitting there in a third party little like VR world and watching the intel. It's different being a character in it and feeling the real emotions because emotions have power. So for all you guys channeling out there, pay attention to which side it's coming through. You know who I'm talking to out there. Okay. I love you. I don't like my, same thing that happened to whatever, got that one guy that got popped for human trafficking. What was his name? In Brazil. I don't know, one of Oprah's friends. I forget his name. That guy was a light being and they got taken over by the night side. You guys can probably put his name up here. I don't know, who is that one guy that actually had real juice and could heal people? When he was a kid, his eyes would go blue, it'd actually morph. I forget his name. But yeah, he got, like I said, the light attracts. You turn that light on, here comes the night side. And like I said, don't do deals. Okay, I'm only where I am now because I never did deals. Okay, doing deal is serving something outside of yourself that has an agenda. Serve our creator, period. You will be happier, much happier when this is done. Okay, and it's not going to be a cool thing to watch a lot of beings in bondage or crying at the gates of heaven why they can't come in. Because that's coming. What did I do? I'm a good person. Well, let's talk about this. So another thing too, with a lot of that dirty money, that's the same reason why I can't gamble. I'm not allowed to. It's not that, why couldn't I pick the lottery numbers? Probably could. Why couldn't I go into a casino? They won't let me do it. Now I could actually tell someone, my dad calls it a surrogate. You need a surrogate, son. You can point, I can tell you which go pull that slot right there is going to hit in 2. I can do that, but I can't do it myself. And when they showed me what that was, when I was walking through Vegas, they said that the energy of like the drone energy of people just going ching, 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 ching. It's like zombie land in the red zone. And I was never allowed to pull energy from zombie land. Because there are people that win that are good at these gambling things. There's other people that spend their entire life savings and all of their relationships and family that are sitting in there right now smoking cigarettes in Vegas. We as light workers are not allowed to pull from that energy. At least I am not. You know, maybe, hey, you want to be my surrogate? Let's go to Vegas. Let's make millions. Let's build a city lot. No. Hey, if I got a thumbs up on that, I'd do it. I'm like, I need 10 people. We're all going to walk out of here millionaires. Okay, here we go. But yeah, so there's some things we're allowed to do, so some things we're not allowed to do. All right. Switzerland, go ahead and punch in where around the world. I'm going to pull cards on the RV. I'm going to pull cards on the med beds. I'm going to pull cards on everything. So you guys just sit back and relax. Greetings from Switzerland. I love ya. Oh my God, group hugs. Hey, you guys, by the way, if you guys are looking for friends, use the Facebook groups, Team Light Guardians, Team Light, my page. These videos, find each other. Why do you think I say, yo, what up, fam? You guys are looking for people of the same frequency. They're right here in this group. They're here right now. Okay, I love you guys. And Cosmic Origins, baby. Oh my God, yes. Let's go. John of God. Yeah, that was his name, John of Bob. Hey, listen. Hey, John of Bob, you shouldn't have sold your soul, bro. That's sad. But yeah, you know, I actually had a homie that was actually over there that witnessed that dude before he got popped. And he told me the whole story. I'm not going to tell you. He told me like, I was there, bro. I was on the bed. There's a dark entity tried to choke me out and like take my life on one of those crystal beds there with that dude. And he's a very protected guy and was like hiding behind the scenes. So what I'm trying to get to, all of these fake facades that are puppets, you have to understand there is something that us light warriors and light workers need to understand. Scan everything. Scan everyone. I would have grabbed that dude from 300 yards. I never would have waited till he was in the room with me. Why do you think we're in Sedona, some of us? This is our quarantine. We're allowed to be here and be happy. You made you be just like me. Remember, once you unlock that dormant DNA, they're not ready to deal with the real you. The real you, this planet is not very difficult. This is kindergarten. So understand that. As soon as you break the mental programming of this is my belief system and I'm supposed to do what I'm told and this is all there is in this reality. Once you start, that reality starts to crumble. You got a 8-foot Arcturian sitting on the deck talking to you in a full royal robe. And I'm like, well, what do you want me to do here? Be in your heart. Be in peace. You're in a shit show, son. Remember, you signed to come here. I'm like, oh, is that what I did? Let me see that contract. I didn't know I was down here to be play, Humpty Dumpty. You know what I mean? Let's go. All right, moving on. Just like you guys, you know what I mean? We're not here to play small. So, yeah, so John of Bob and Seitan Tofu, you guys are going to be delicious. You saute those guys and put some nice arugula and some asparagus. Ooh, mushrooms and just like a big walk, a big walk downstairs. Hey, anybody got some soy sauce? We got a big deal coming up from the surface here. Here we go. You guys have no idea what's waiting for you downstairs. It's hilarious. All right, Washington. Integrity, let's go. Listen, what I prefer is just ghost these dudes off the planet. I don't even want them down here in the incarnation wheel. You know what I mean? Everyone thinks this planet's a big deal. You ever been to the mining colonies in Orion? I told these guys, I'm going to send these dudes there for 1,000 years. And all my higher selves are like, whoa, no. It's like, you guys ever seen the movie, if you guys want to know what the mining colonies on Orion look like, it's just like that movie with Vin Diesel. Help me out. What's the movie from Vin Diesel? He goes to that planet and he's in prison and it's like never night. It's like dark at all times. And there's like panthers running around. Yeah, that's like the mining colonies on Orion. Yeah, these guys. I'm like, send these guys there for 1,000 years. Sure. I don't know. We're eternal beings. What's 1,000 years in a mining colony? Have fun with that shit. Why are we even letting these guys in our soul group? Just saying, there's other guys here that aren't going to play by the rules of this game, that are here watching this game. That's what I try to tell you guys about. There's older brothers and sisters that have gone through way gnarlier stuff. They're going to show up and go, 1,000 years in a mining colony. 1,000 years on this planet. Go ahead. They'll give you a 1,000-year sentence like they're taking a sip of coffee. So, there's really nice beings here on my light side. I love you. I love you. Okay? That do not want that for these little souls that are little baby da-da-das. There's other beings here that are like, yeah, 1,000 years in a mining colony. Have fun with that shit. Yeah, see you in 1,000 years. So there's different levels of consciousness on this planet. I enjoy my highest light. And he's the nicest being I know. He's the best babysitter I've ever had. And I'm very privileged to have you here with me. Thank you for taking a, you bet on the right horse. That's all I can say. You bet on the right horse. You know, if I was a gambling man, you bet on the right horse. Okay. That's all I'm saying in my highest light over here. My night side's like, dude, these guys are like ridiculously small. So being both is interesting. The truth is, what does my inner child want? What does my heart want? As long as you keep that, you keep everything. How would you like to be treated? What happened? Tell me what happened. No, they didn't. Oh my gosh. You start having compassion, and then you start having unconditional love. And then all of a sudden, it tones down that fire. You start wearing their shoes, and you go, well, I can see how that can happen. Okay, maybe not 1,000 years in a mining colony, okay? I get it, you know, and they're all like, way to go, they grow up so fast, you know? Tone knows what's up. I'm like, dude, it's like Hellraiser on steroids over here, kids. All right, Vienna, sparkles. I love you guys. Florida, let's go. Yeah, and you guys don't watch any of these weird things. I was watching I tried that thing for 10 minutes. I was like, there's no story. Don't watch horror films. And by the way, happy Halloween weekend. All right, let's go ahead and stay in the spirit of the Lord during this during this of Yeshua and Jesus and the angels. Yeah, don't get crazy out there. Don't drink too much. You guys know what's up. Australia, mates, I love you guys. Sweden, oh my, dude, Sweden's on fire. Let's go, Sweden. All my Nords, I'm gonna pull your cards. That's for all my druids out there. We're gonna pull some Nords, some cards for the Nords. Greetings from the UK, love you, dude. Connect and Grid, that's what's up. Texas, love you. Let's pop it off. Let's pop up, Texas. You know what's going on. We are going to have big meetings when this thing pops off and all these NDAs go away. So, yes, my main thing that I want to share with the public, and I'll tell you now, is the blueprints. That I'm not, you know, mine is foundational. Holding it down in Las Vegas, baby. Heading to North Carolina mountains. That's where you belong. Up there in the mountains. You're going to have a great time. All right. What up from Florida? Kansas City. Kansas City. Lucy, Florida. You guys are like on fire. Yo, Nikola Tesla. Among 6K tech patents being released. Let's go. Now, just so you guys know, I watched a video on why they chose 5G. Okay, and why they chose some of these different, like, what was 4G? And what's the actual hertz ratio? What's the actual, is it 36.4? Whatever these hertz are. And I realized that the government released like this 5G thing, right, to the telecom companies, but they actually made certain bandwidths like free, like almost like this one's free. You can use this one, and then you'd have to pay for different bandwidth. So a lot of this 5G stuff was all set up by, you know, a bunch of these jackasses in between. For all of us time jumpers out there, let me make something clear. Let me seed something in you. I say 12 of us outside of Jekyll Island. I don't know, was that 80 years ago? And then I also say before that, someone defused the bomb on the Titanic. I would say, let's defuse the bomb on the Titanic for us time jumpers. Second thing I would have done is wait outside for these jackasses at Jekyll Island. Third thing I would have done is been there right when the Greys showed up and the Majestic 12 and Eisenhower or whatever made these decisions. We should have swarmed that whole place. So, you know, since all time is happening simultaneously as us time lords or time jumpers are watching this game, there's a couple things that I would like to change. As we keep changing timelines in this multiverse, we are consciousness engineers. So that's something they don't want me to play with too much because they say, I'm like, why can't I drive over there right now? And they're like, you're going to mess up the timeline. Do not mess up this timeline again. I guess some of us have a tendency to want to fix things. So for all of us out there that are holding, you know, carrying a big stick and speaking very softly, there are a lot of parameters, and the thing that they want us to learn down here as eternal spirits is the reason and the rhymes of why to do something, why not to do something, and to not take away someone's personal growth. Okay? If we step in and just start changing the whole thing for the better, look, that's awesome. But what are you going to do with the population left here? What happened to all the souls after the mud flood and the great flood? Do you think all those souls just disappeared? Do you think all those giant souls disappeared? No, they didn't. You can't destroy energy. They're still sitting around here walking around. That's why some of us have these jobs to transport certain soul groups to certain locations for that sort of deal. But what I'm getting to is that we have to get better at transmuting this energy, and when shit goes off the rails, to literally attack it with love or adjust it with love in that moment. We meet, whatever conflicts on this planet head on, boom, with love, and boom, and they're going to do another boom, You guys, just with the people on this video, you know what happens if we send fucking 1,000, 5,000 light workers and jump to someone's house? Do you think their higher selves can do anything? No, dude. Not a damn thing. That's how much power we have. Hey, we don't want you to do that. We don't want you to do that. We don't want you to do that. And if you put 5 or 6 tags on these guys, all of a sudden these guys can't even tie their shoes. Biden can't even make it a complete sentence, for God's sakes. Okay? What I'm getting to is I know this is a game. I'm watching this play out and I'm observing. I'm observing the observer. So I'm trying to share some of that with you. We're definitely observing some sort of weird, shitty movie. These guys have a plan. Some of us who are fully awake, we're watching this play or this screen show or this movie play out for the masses that are still sleeping. And we all know this. This is what has been programmed so to have the maximum effect. And instead of leaning against that and arguing, which I do all the time. You guys know that. I'm the first one to say, this screenplay is shit. You never should have made this film. Have you guys seen the movies coming out on Netflix? I don't even know how these movies get budgets. It's the most embarrassing thing I've ever seen. It's because all the true, Riddick, Pitch Black, welcome to your future. No, we're not trying to hurt nobody, but we're trying to say, karma is a pain in the ass. Why do I say this? Because I've had to pay mad karma. Some of us, why do you think we came back? We had karma and family and pieces to pick up, okay? From past eons of time, okay? So that's what I'm saying. These guys are like, why wouldn't you be the judge and jury? I'm like, nah, bro, I went through something 10 times worse, you little turd. You know what I mean? We're not even talking about half the planet detonating. You know what I mean? We're talking about like, I can't believe it on a Tuesday. Listen, I know we are in this classroom together, okay? I just want us to come together and come from our hearts. That's all I'm trying to say. For some of us, you've already graduated. You know who you are out there. You know who you are. I don't have to say it, Even little Gigi, she's got a male higher self. He's a badass. But like I said, we all got karma, okay? What I'm trying to say is that we're all paying the piper. What I'm trying to say is everyone pays the piper. That's just my vernacular term of karma and dharma, okay? When I say pay the piper, that's what I mean. Why? The goal is to be an evolved, balanced being. Balanced. That's all we're saying. We can be in a planet in the middle of Andromeda. It would still be the same thing. What are we doing? Trying to find balance and harmony. Okay? They want to put it in this human vernacular and vocabulary. Fine. That's what we're looking for, ladies and gentlemen. Balance and peace and prosperity. Judy, I love you. I'm doing it. Doing it for you, Judy. Just so you know. We got some new jewelry and things in the shopping cart. Check it out. It's in the link. What else, baby? All right, I think I caught up. The Gray Jedi. Yeah, I mean, there's nothing more powerful than the Gray Jedi. So if you imagine the whole universe, right? Check this out. The whole universe. Let's just say there's 1,000 Jedi and 1,000, Sith. Let's just say in the whole universe and in this galaxy. The Gray Jedi out of 1,000, there's 4. It's even a smaller number. Why? Because the temptation to use your power to do naughty things once you taste real power is one of the most difficult things any being can go through. That's why sitting in the middle, I recommend every single one of you guys go 80% light, sit in rainbows in Skittle Land. Some of us who came down here to scoop the Soul Collective and help out in this planet, we have to be in both places because I have to be able to talk to you in your own words. We're picking up gnarly dudes from 2,000 years ago. Don't speak English. Before Jesus walked the earth, okay? You're picking up giants. They're like Anunnaki. They're like, unde tisha puta. And they're looking at you and I'm like, oshke badam shifa. Kutina na mahund sifa tarate. Sonko yot hiat in zianto. Yom sofiata woke meash. You, and you, your buddy and your friend, come with me through the portal. What I'm getting to, ladies and gents, is some of us truly are cosmic emissaries here to assist the entire platform of this reality and the other realities which interact with it. So, understand your role and how beautiful and powerful you guys are out there. All right, let's pull some cards. Anunnaki wake up. I'm just going to be like, where have you been? I'm bored. Let's go. These guys are all turds. Ships come down. I'm like, yo, come get me. I got a lot to say. I got a lot of things I've witnessed. First of all, why did you let so many Zeta on this planet? What is this? Why are there so many Zeta here? I can say something positive, though. The 3 dudes that helped out on the shuttle when we transported those souls, those 3 guys that I went like this to, are cool. And I greatly appreciate your assistance. Okay? I greatly appreciate your assistance. Even though they were looking at me like a little monkey, a very large monkey. But more like a monkey, like Goku monkey. You know, like, is that a Saiyan? Is that a Saiyan sitting on the airplane? I was like, bro, we're good. Let me fly into Denver. You know? Yeah, you know, more like a space monkey. But yeah, those guys were cool. So they're not all turds. And the grays are not, that's not the ones I'm talking about. Yeah, it's like I'm breathing in this consciousness of all these different characters. And I'm still like, so what is your motivation and how have you grown? There's something else going on. Because other beings are viewing them through my eyes, and they have their own opinions on age and time and place. You got beings that walked the earth 10,000 years ago, and they're staring through your eyeballs at these things that are showing up through time portals. And you're kind of looking at these things going, that's interesting. So you're advanced. It seems like you're just here to pick the fruit of Eden without doing your own homework. Or you're from a future timeline that collapsed. I wonder why it collapsed. I wonder why you could not replicate. I wonder why the certain aspects of the Draconian Empire stopped being able to replicate. What is it that we all are missing here? What I'm getting to, ladies and gentlemen, there's something where the technology got a little too off, got a little too cray-cray. I'll make it real simple for all these chronicles of books. The emotion is the technology got a little too cray-cray. The ego got a little too cray-cray. And the balance and simpleness of existing in a universe that you didn't create and growing into what that is to be able to create your own universe at some point, to be a part of something greater than yourself without having to prove yourself to your species, to your commanding officers. There's something deeper. And the thing is that you have to let go of the reins to be able to find that power within yourself. And that's the thing people cannot let go of, is their power, their seat, their position, their consciousness, their planetary consciousness, what they think they are and can become. Because the unknown is the universe expressing itself. Not knowing is our creator. That's the surprise. People that try to analytically find probabilities based upon their own species or what their probability is of being successful or not successful, they're not seeing all the things outside of their viewing glass. You're still viewing within a structure that was created by someone outside of the structure. So, hope that helps. All right, let's pull some cards. Tonight, I could help a lot of these dudes. That's the whole thing. I don't want to be like, I mean, I literally could go in these dumb spaces and talk to these dudes and be like, what are we doing here? Yeah, I don't care what you look like. I've been staring through my third eye for fucking 10 years. What do we got here, guys? How many of you are down here? What exactly are you doing? What area do you need? What is going on? I mean, I could break this shit down like Crayola crayons. It's because the spiritual nature of what I've had to go through and my guys on my team, we do this every single day. So they don't want us interacting in some ways, and some of you guys out there. Why? Because there is some karmic thing they're trying to catch some of these beings in that have been in the gray area, hence grays, in the gray area, and they don't want us to step in, and they want these beings to be held responsible for some of the shenanigans. Okay? That's why. They don't want you. If you step in and fix it, that you take away the ability for that being to figure it out for themselves, and you might mess up a timeline where they actually had to figure that out. You're enabling them, even though they think that you're far superior. They're not. There's things about your heart and your true nature that come from our Creator that is far older than these species. Tonight. All right. Let's do the unicorns, shall we? Yep. Let's build some pyramids. Come on, baby. Yeah. Being true happiness comes from your heart, dude. It's the simplest thing. You know, the more the more you get into your mind and stuff, the more little toys you have. That's why these princes in Dubai, normal things with normal interactions with women don't do it for them anymore. Some of these weirdos in Hollywood, they did something too much. Now they got a warped reality on what they need to get there. What I'm getting to is if you came back to the simplicity of being one with yourself and loving thyself, you wouldn't need all these weird things. You wouldn't need all these extra things. That is mastery. Okay? The distractions eventually run out. Okay? All right. For us nodes and unicorns for this week. Let's see what we got. Let's see what we got. You can. I just take some time. Hopefully I don't get and I got background music on. Hopefully YouTube, calm down there, guy. They're here for me, not my elevator music in the background. You know what I mean? Come on. Jeez Louise. Have you seen your program in Google? There's only like 10 of us left on the planet. Let's go. All right. First card. Daring. We got it. Dude, daring. They like this card. We have a daring. What's coming up next week? Daring. Something daring. Here we go. Card time. You're right. Let me put it up. Card time. Card time. Give me some card time. Where do I even have that banners? Card time. First card. Daring. Second card. Here we go. All right. All right. Everything. Yeah, and the thing with CERN and them trying to, burrow a hole and trying to... I told you, my guides told me that what they were doing like 3 or 4 years ago with the CERN thing. All they showed me was the movie with Sean Connery called The Rock. And they're trying to escape Alcatraz. So they're trying to burrow a hole and open a dimensional door for something that's controlling them like a puppet outside of time and space to serve a different agenda, which is eventually going to blow up in their face. I mean, let's go. I don't know. Fighting spirit. So we have a daring fighting spirit. Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo! Daring. All right. Oh, yes. It just takes some time, little. It just takes some time, you little cigar. Take some time to grow up. It just takes some. It's like a giant. Just take some time, you little shit. Gonna work it out. You know what I mean? Guys are like old as time. They're like, oh, we got some teenagers down there, huh? What are they doing? Oh, we got the whole Milky Way is high school. You got guys showing up from the Galactic Center that never come outside. They're like, wow, this is weird. It's like a farm field out here. They're like, wow, this is a really nice blossoming garden out here in the Milky Way. I never get out this far in the sticks. You know, these guys think they're King Kong. It's like the funniest thing I've ever heard in my entire existence. You know? You got guys that don't step out of the Galactic Center like once every 200,000 years, and they're here watching the game. Make it more exciting, okay? We're a little bored. Less fear, more freedom. All right, here we go. Hey, Nightside, we're a little bored. Can you stop with the fear porn? I can't do it anymore. I'm bored. You guys, it's like you guys are making sci-fi movies, but they don't even make it to the movie screen. You guys are making sci-fi on the Sci-Fi Channel. You know what I mean? It's like sci-fi on the Discovery Channel. It's a cheap budget, and it's bullshit. You know? At least spend some freaking, at least have some production quality. Your actors like Pelosi and these guys can't even make full sentences. It's the most embarrassing thing I've ever seen in my life. That's what happens. You get a bunch of weirdos like tapping each other on the back for 150 years. They think like, oh my God, you're amazing. Oh my God, you're amazing. And then it's like the dark dance. No one tells them the truth. It's like the emperor has no clothes. Like you guys all suck and probably need to go back to school. You're not that intelligent. And alcohol is not your friend. You know what I mean? There's like some basic dad wisdom for these guys, dude. Too much truth for this planet. And beauty. I had to pull another one for you guys. And beauty. For this week, for us unicorns, we have a daring, fighting spirit of beauty. Oh my God. Let's make some sentences. Beauty. I like that. I'm happy now. Okay. My heart's coming back on. The little guy is back in the suit. All right. Dragons. Let there be dragons. This is for all the people that may not be going out tonight or tomorrow night for Halloween. Let this video serve you. I am here with you. Listen, it's crazy out there. Have some fun if you guys are going out there. Don't take it too far. That's all I'm trying to say. If you guys are in a relationship and you guys are going through a hard time, if you guys are breaking up, new friends, old friends, listen, the whole world is going through this. So instead of taking it to a 10 and having an explosion in your relationship, realize there's crazy frequencies and modulations and 5G and 4G and Jabberwockies and all this Bluetooth and hoodoo and voodoo. Take it from a 10. If you're about to explode on your partner or whatever, take it down to about a 4 or 5. Don't do it. What I'm trying to say is if there's something you need to say it. But I would actually hold before you have the real talk until after all this energy clears. That's what I'd recommend that. Okay? Everyone's going through it. Could be an argument with the family, could be arguing with friends, could be arguing with coworkers or your boss. Right now is not the time to skadoosh because everything in the universe is trying to have you have this explosion and it does not serve the collective for everyone to feel negative or have this purge. Stay in your heart, okay, and observe. That's all I'm trying to say. Dragons, I'm with you. I'm with you. We're all there together, okay? We're all there together. And all those guys in San Francisco that Musk just fired, hey, sure a lot of people really want to hire you. Just kidding. Hey, why don't you ask Kanye? Hey, Kanye, want to hire some of these turds from Twitter? I'm sure he'd be a great boss over a parlor, huh? Yeah, right. Good luck getting a job. Space. Space. All right, Fresh Dragon, space. You get some space. I need some space. That was like me last night when I was sleeping. It was like paparazzi outside. I'm like, hey, can you back up? I need some space. All right, moving on. Next card. Fresh Dragons. I'm feeling better. Thank you. Dream away. I have nothing to say. And then it's just like a waterfall shoots out of my mouth. You're like, let me tell you how I feel. I feel my heart. Dragons. Let there be dragons. Oh, by the way, we have dragons in the shopping cart. You guys can check it out. I'll be making a bunch more. I'm going to be making a lot more stuff, you guys. I got some big things to take care of first, you know. I will make sure everyone's happy. Your heart. Asking questions. Hey, isn't that what we're doing right now in the collective consciousness? Wisdom. So, what are we doing? Hey, check this out. Hey, bro, where are you from? I'm like, I'm from space. And I'm here to share wisdom. So, what am I sharing? A higher perspective of how to view this reality and the little kindergarten games that are going on down here on the surface. Okay, so for us dragons out there, remember, right? The wisdom you hold, okay? And you may be holding, check this out. You may be holding space for all your friends and family right now. And what are you holding? Okay? You're asking questions, asking them questions, and you're holding space in your own wisdom. Hey, guys, don't do that. Try this. Hey, add a little aluminum-free baking soda to your coffee. It drops the acidity. Hey, don't drink that. Hey, why are you drinking soda pop? Hey, maybe don't try that. Try this. You're holding space for the whole collective. We do that for one another, okay? We're all on the same team. We're all growing through this. One more card for us dragons. This is going to be a card-a-thon. I need one more for us dragons. I have to be fair. You guys want more? Come on. Space wisdom, I like it. You guys have any specific questions? For all of us on YouTube, I love you. Go ahead. If you guys have any specific questions, hit me right now. I want to have fun with you guys. Sorry, I was a little hot, a little heated last video. I hadn't processed everything I was going through. It was allowed. It was allowed. Any questions? Hit me. Holding space for real. That's what I'm talking about. Oh, call centers in Hey, look, that's where you belong. Call centers in India. Heart space. I love you guys. Look, I say the things that's in your subconscious so you don't have to say it and feel weird and around your friends. I'll say it for you, okay? I'll be that guy. Hey, look, there's some turds running around. It's clones and Jones and Bones out there. You know what I mean? Kundalini insight. Yeah, okay. Here we go, Brad. Hey, Brad. I'll talk about some Kundalini. All right, let's try this. Okay, Kundalini. So, when you're sitting in your chair, or whatever you're doing, try this, Brad. So, what I did in the beginning, and I'll express this for everyone on Earth, this is how I used to connect. I call this my, this can be your, call this technique your monkey tail, your lion tail, and for all my fellow dragons out there, maybe your dragon tail. Check this out. When you guys are sitting on rock outside or sitting on the grass or in your meditation pose, try this. You move, so it's an hourglass. So all I know is my right shoulder goes out, down, and my left shoulder crosses. My right shoulder goes down, my left shoulder crosses. And what I'm doing is, and then I go forwards, almost like I'm doing a corkscrew, down, and then back up. Now check this out. This is where I get the lion's tail from. So I start moving my Kundalini. What happens is my spine starts going like this. Okay, when I start doing that, my breath picks up. Okay. And then what I do is I start to get a little tingle, right? But what I'm doing is with my feet, now check this out for the ground. Do this to the tripod. Okay. So pulling energy up from your left foot, you're shooting energy down from your right foot. But eventually you get to a place where your energy feet go down and sit in the ground about, I don't know, 6 to 8 feet. Just wham. Okay. You could have eagle talons. You could have a big giant foot. You could have a hot little Arcturian foot. But my calves are like this big. I do like Anunnaki sit. But the monkey tail for the Kundalini, check this out. So I imagine out my tailbone, it comes down, shoots down into the ground. And what I do is there's a cable that runs above and below you. I wrap my tail from left to right, and I tie off about 8 feet underneath the ground. So you can imagine, so here's the easiest thing about manifestations and magic or using energy. It's the simplest thing for you. I don't care whatever type of tail you want, any animal you love, but I wrap my tail from my tailbone. I imagine like a red laser or golden energy goes down. It takes the shape of a tail because that's how my brain visualizes like something to make it real for me. The more that's real for you, the stronger the energy is. It's not a bunch of quantum data. It's a tail. I can imagine a tail going down 8 feet, and I grip my cable underneath my feet, and I tie off and I lock it. So when I'm sitting there moving my energy, I'm like a tripod now. I got my left foot out, I got my right foot out, and my tripod is my tail. So try that, okay? And then move a lot more energy through your body, you know? Lion tail, baby. Or tiger tail. I like tiger. My Liron looks more like a tiger. He's so fire. I'll tell you guys a story about the scar on his face and his ear right here. I'll tell him. You haven't heard this story. So my Liron was in that war. All right. He's got a big scar right here. He has a tiger face. That's why I call my shirts looks like Lion-O, but he looks more like a tiger. Because my dude looks more like a tiger than a lion. But anyways, he's got a scar right here and on his ear. And I'm like, hey man, in that dimension and you know all the tech you guys have, why didn't you like get that fixed, right? And he goes, to remember. Every single time I look in the mirror, I remember. And I was like, whoa, that's gnarly. It's something you earn, you know. Scars you have to earn. And we all carry our scars for whatever reason. But remember, if you had something on your body to remind you of how to be or remind you of something, that when you heal that and to understand that, you know, there's a reason for everything. And I think it's the dopest thing ever. I'm sure the ladies in the Galaxy Ball are like, ooh, you must be a badass. You have like a scar. It looks so cool. He's like, that's not funny. All my friends died. I'm just trying to say, it looks cool. That's all I'm trying to say. I like it. But we all have our things. So, in understanding and knowing thyself, wait till you guys actually start talking to your higher selves, bro, and you actually know their story. This little baby ass reality is niente. Nothing. What are you talking to your higher selves? Like, what's it like on ship? What planet do you herald from? What's your favorite food? What's your favorite outfit? What do you guys wear on ship? What do you do all day? Do you watch me? How many vessels do you have in the game? What sector are you responsible for? How often are you with me? What distance are you projecting in from? And what ship are you projecting in from? From what part? Are you still in Sirius? Where are you? How far does that projection technology work? How far can you project in from? How much of my neural connectivity can you actually process? Can you see through my eyes? Can you hear through my ears? Can you hear me right now? Huh. What's the variance of bandwidth that you can observe me through? What bandwidth is the most preferable? Is there an elevation thing? At what elevation can you actually speak to me most clearly? Dude, you start rattling off questions, all of a sudden this baby-ass conscience just falls off you. You're like, I don't belong here. Hey, check this out. So, I like purple and pink. I'm like the I like Yeshua, and I like Starship Command. All right, there we go. I mean, all of a sudden it gets real simple, you know? Why is everyone in robes around me? Apparently, I was in Atlantis. All right, so robes is the way to go. I always felt that way. When I wake up, I put a robe on. Okay? You guys start asking yourself some real things. And all of a sudden, it's not like some weird, like, oh, there must be in their imagination. They're having quantum data downloads, and they're asking very specific logical questions that is actually unbounded from this limited level of consciousness, which has been propagated. You know, when other people speak, it sounds like it's like, Mommy, Daddy, you want some chocolate milk? You want a Capri Sun? What are we doing today? I mean, it's like, this is ridiculous. What are we really doing here? That's what we should be focusing on. Okay. Hi from Florida. Woohoo! Hey, put that in your pipe and smoke it. Hey, NASA. Never a straight answer. Are all your astronauts multidimensional, or are they just little puppets? Because I stare at their eyeballs and I notice they don't have rings around their eyes. Who exactly do you choose to be an astronaut? Someone you can control like a puppet and speak to? And what levels of NASA and actually DARPA, because we're really talking about DARPA. What levels of DARPA? How do you get chosen to be a pilot in DARPA? Do you have to sign a contract? Do you have to sign an agreement? What do you have to sign over? What if you share something? If you go on and off world, it's like that one guy found it at the Pentagon. And when he hacked the Pentagon, that he found all these workers and military officers that were off planet, that have pensions and families and addresses. Interesting. When is all that? And you guys didn't even take him to court because you didn't even want him to testify about what he found when he hacked your system. So what I'm getting to, ladies and gentlemen, how much are they really sharing with you? Let's be real. Look that up. If you guys know that guy's name, drop it like it's hot. He hacked them like 6 years ago. Guys aren't hacking the thing trying to find those ETs. He not only doesn't find ETs, he found like ship logs of off-world officers in the military, bro. He's like, what is this? You know? And one of my guys that was worked in a naval sub, right? And he was always questioning for the, you know, he went to Antarctica, and he always told me, he goes, hey, bro, we're talking in the backyard. He goes, you know what's weird? There's no windows on a submarine. I couldn't tell you if we were in the water or in space. They never told us. Like, it's strange. Like, how would you know if you have no windows and you're an officer in a submarine if you're even in the water? Think about that. Druids. Let's get it. Yeah. Go ahead and look up. Is that Luke? Is that the guy's name? Gary McKinnon? Luke, is that the man? I think that's him. Yeah, the Solar Warden hack. Hey, Luke. Hey, Luke, see? Right here, bro. Right here, bro. That's what I'm talking about. Drop it like it's hot for all these people that don't know what's up. You guys go ahead and Google Gary McKinnon. Blow your mind. Okay? On my back. Druids. This is for all my Norse, my Sweden, my Switzerland. These are your cards. Okay? It's for all my druids across the planet. All right? Let's get it. For my druids. I can picture the guy's face. I don't know his name. I read the whole thing. Very interesting. Why isn't that on mainstream? Why aren't they talking about that? You know? Moving on. First card for the Druids is Horse. We're going to read this. Gorgeous. Norse horse. It's the Norse horse. All right. The horsemen are here. All right. Let's read about the horse. I love horsies. I love horses. They are my favorite. I love riding full speed on horses. Horse. Meaning. Keywords: the goddess, the land, and travel. The spirit of each calls us to journey to travel. This may manifest itself as a desire to travel in the physical world, or it may be drawn to voyaging in the inner realms. She brings us energy and speed and connects us to the power of both the land and the sun. The horse goddess is a patron of the complete life cycle of birth, death, and the afterlife and rebirth. By working with the spirit of each, we will grow to feel comfortable with every aspect of the life cycle, knowing the goddess protects and guides us through each of its stages. Let's go. The horse goddess. I think we need another Norse card. How do you guys feel? Boom. Yes, I know Elena Denan. She's cool. I bought her book, dude. She drops a lot of fire. Especially in the first one about all the ET species. I think she does a great job. Listen, you guys, my whole deal is I don't judge. I've been at this thing since 2009. I've seen these people come and go. Like, you know, like, again, one of the biggest secrets on YouTube, right? Us. This is what I'm getting to. I love people that keep getting up in the morning and doing the right thing. Information that comes through could be good, could be bad, could be accurate, could be not accurate. This is what I'm trying to say. If you can read someone's heart and scan them and feel the energy that's coming off of them, go for those that it's not an act. Go for those that show emotion. If I went Origato Mr. Roboto, good day, and this day we are... I'm not doing all that jazz. Like, that means you have not actually integrated your higher self. I'm sorry. I am not a, whatchamacallit. I was never allowed to let anyone drive the suit. It's that, so I am not what you call a, I am a channel, but I am not, what's the name of the channel that actually like exits the body and someone else jumps in? Like, what's his name? A good day. Forget his name. A good day. I live downtown LA. A good day. Bashar. I love that guy. Right? But, and the information's fire. I was never allowed to let anyone else drive this suit. I always had to have one hand on the wheel. Probably because of what it's capable of. You know, so just like you guys out there. So trans channel, I think is what it's called. Yeah, trans channel. I'm a trans channel. A good day. Welcome to the show. Are we having fun yet? All right. Hey, you're the truth. Listen, we're the truth. Oh, horsepower. I like that. Horsepower. Come. Hey, bro. I got that torque. You know, I got that torque. You know what I'm saying? We got a lot of horsepower. I'm like, how much torque you got? Which is 0 to 60. All right. Next card for us druids. Plus, I like just hanging out with you guys. I mean, honestly, like, a lot of these people are like, wah. I want to hang out with you guys. No. How's it in heaven? You're like, I'm hanging out with my homies. I don't know. There's a lot of weird things running around down here. Let me tell you. A lot of weird things. All right. For us druids, last card is the Adder. This is going to be interesting. The Adder. This is going to be, all right. A lot of weird things running around down here, and I go. The next card is the Adder. All right, listen. The Nagas got a bad rap. Okay, there actually were cool Nagas back in the day. All right, before the wah showed up. All right, Adder. Let's get it. All right, well, this is not in alphabetical order. Okay, hold on a second. You would think so. Adder. Should I add her or not? Just kidding. Oh. Sorry. Come on, guys. Adder, give me the Adder. Give me Adder. Or give me life. Got it. Meaning. Transformation, healing, and life energy. Okay. Meaning. Nathair offers healing and transformation. Its ability to glide into the darkness through the crevices in the rocks connects it to the under or other world and the realm of death. It is the totem animal of the earth goddess and also the sky father sun god and represents our ability to die and be reborn. The energy enables us to be born on earth is sexual energy, but this also necessitates our death. Befriending an adder or snake makes befriending an adder or snake power will enable you to journey through life gracefully and magically, shedding your old life easily when the time comes, whether that old life be a physical body or the stage in the present incarnation. So yes, shedding is a huge thing. You're shedding belief systems. You're shedding things that no longer serve you. You're shedding stagnation. Fantastic. All right, now we're going to get into the Galactic Heritage cards and have some fun. You guys having fun out there? Rebirth, let's get it. Come on, man. We got Horse Goddess, love it, and the Adder. Channel yourself. Channel your inner voice. Fire up. I've released my inner Wolverine. Okay, well, listen. It's hard to put Wolverine back in the box when you let him out. Let me tell you. You should see my friends. I'm just kidding. What do you do? I'm 10 years tier 1 asset. How do you get back in the box? Wait, there's a box? Just kidding. No one told me there was a box you have to get back into. All right, moving on. And all these guys that are assets doing their best to try to save face for certain agencies, we know who you are. But here's the thing, I don't really care. As long as you still choose your heart and aren't weird and mislead the people, that's all that's important. There's a couple of guys that are still being utilized for that stuff. Here's the funny thing, some of them don't even know. So, again, we don't judge those. And you guys, I'm sure, have an understanding of who they may be. But at the same time, too, I don't judge anyone. Okay? I've gone through a lot of shenanigans myself with beings trying to get influence over me. What I'm getting to is still a level in the game. There are higher levels to this game. That's all. Step into your heart. It is the door. It is the key you shall need to breach this reality into the higher levels, okay? Which everyone talks about, right? So, Galactic Heritage for this week. Coming up. All right. Let's see what we got. I think 3-letter agencies are like working at Target, you know? Or Target. I used to work at Target. I'm like, oh, really? What did you do? Were you like an asset, like Intel? Like, what was it? Were you like on the ground, like fisticuffs? Like, what was it at Target? Then you stop working for Target and you're like, well, I still have my discount. I still have my coupon code. Can I still use my employee discount at Target? All right. Moving on. Target. It's not Target, it's Target. You like that one? That's deep. They're not going to get that. That's deep. It's deep in there. It's deep in the plums. You like that one, huh? It took him, I feel like what was it, Chevy Chase? He used to make jokes. It takes a while before it sinks in. You're like, oh, and that's owned by, oh, and that's a, golly. All right, moving on. Lyra, pushing the envelope. Let's go. Present. What are we doing this week? We're pushing the envelope. Present, baby. Right now. Pushing the envelope. Okay? And I also like that number 17. I don't know is it November 17th? What's happening here? Present. Pushing the envelope. All right, one more for our Galactic Heritage cards. Long live the king. All right. And this message is for young Pharaoh. If you ever watch this video, the gentleman that you paid to be your bodyguard received half of the money up front to be a plant once he started working for you. And after your demise or planned assassination, would receive the other half. I believe it was in Bitcoin. The plant and where he was at your girlfriend's house was just like how Bush Jr. was sitting at the school while the buildings collapsed in downtown New York. It was a complete setup to be like, oh, well, I was here and I have an alibi. I was protecting so-and-so. The whole thing was an alibi. So, just to let you guys know. If he ever watches this, that was for you, brother. I downloaded that for you when I watched you live. Young Pharaoh. So, that was for you. Casually. Now we're going here. Yeah, if you download information for somebody, it doesn't serve me to hold on to it. You know what I mean? Same with you guys. If you have information that come for people, friends and family, you have a dream, share it. Because the thing is that you have to share the gifts God gives you. Okay? If you have intel that could change someone's whole reality just by knowing it, share it. Share it. You know what I mean? Jesse! Give the homie my number. Let's go. Keeper. All right, here's the next one. Keeper of the bean. So funny. Keen bean. Keeper of the bean. All right. All right. So, yes, and I'll answer this question next. Boom. Okay. Galactic Heritage. First card. Conservative attachments. Earth present. What are these attachments you need to let go of? Conservative attachments. Does that look like some sort of fear? Does that look like some sort of victimhood? Does that look like you may be locked in some sort of a weird simulation program? That guy doesn't look too happy. Conservative attachments. Present. What do you need to release? Okay. Now is the time to release it before that lunar eclipse. Remember, you always clear on... I always clear on full moons, and I always manifest on new moons. What I'm trying to say is take this time, okay, to clear. Okay. And the next card I got was energy. Oh, God, I love it. Energy transmission. Arcturus parallel. So we might be getting a huge hit of energy from our sun. There may be some Arcturian, right? Arcturian, right? Downloads in those light codes coming in hot. Parallel. Energy transmission coming in hot. All right, ladies and gentlemen. I love you. Okay. Been an absolute pleasure being with you guys here today. And let's talk about this. So any clues about the event that's going to happen? Okay, let's talk about it. Let's channel this for you, shall we? Event happening. 14 days minimum. Depending on what relation to the public is going to be made aware of. Different groups, even different states, will have different information available to them. It will be controlled through local broadcast. Depending on the information shared, will have global ramifications. The departure from the old system is imminent. I hope that helps. All right. Hey! What is on the stream that the fire in your heart is out? So much love. Look at this. Okay, let's calm down with all that. You know, let's calm down and put the user in timeout. All right. Boom, 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 boom. All right. You guys, for real. For real. I love you guys. You guys have a blessed week coming up. Remember that all of these changes are about to go down. But what did I tell you? If you're about to have a level 10 explosion of emotion, please, by the power of our creator, but I like to joke and say by the power of Grayskull, He-Man, He-Woman, go to the gym, go get in the water, go to the forest before you have this kaboom. There's all these forced purges. You might have been thinking about something behind the scenes for 4 years, and all of a sudden, boom, it's going to explode out of you. What I'm trying to say is that in us stand, this is some of the stagnants and fears and programming that need to come out, and try to do that in the most loving way possible. If you have to do that by yourself, go vent by yourself, explode into the forest, then come back into the house and go, hi, we need to talk. That's what I'm trying to say. Don't direct a lot of things that are purging on loved ones right now, because we're all going through this, okay? I love you guys very, very much. Stay safe. I love you guys, all right? Stay safe, Grand Rising, and stay safe. Happy Halloween. I love you. I don't know, maybe we'll do like a special broadcast. We'll see. But sending love and abundance from Sedona. It's been an absolute pleasure being with you guys here today. Check the shopping cart, store.teamlight.com for some new. And we'll be constantly upgrading it over the next weeks to come. I love you guys and have a blessed week. Peace.